Good morning. The present lecture that I am going to deliver, my dear friends, is all about facing the interviews. Imagine you applied for a job, or you applied for so many jobs, and one day you get an interview call. Think of the reactions. How will you react to it? Getting an interview call makes you delighted. But then at the same time, you are faced with some sort of fear, isn't it? All of us do. Because when the interview call comes, of course we are going to appear at the interview, but before we go to appear at the interview, you start thinking of the questions, thinking about the people who will be there, thinking about the reactions, also anticipating about the answers that you will deliver. But then you do not know what sort of questions will they ask. But at the same time, you can always think of certain areas or some types of questions that they may ask. Is it the answer to the questions that makes you successful? Is it actually your response that will help them recruit you? There are other factors also involved. When I say other factors, I do not mean the factors such as other category factors, namely of approaching people, knowing people. No, these factors include how best you are prepared. Because I have been saying since long that preparation is the best way. But how to prepare? How to anticipate the question? Let us try to understand what could be the nature of questions. The questions may be open, questions may be closed, it may be probing, it may be reflective, it may be loaded questions, hypothetical questions, leading questions. I mean, these are the nature of questions that can be asked. Now, we will discuss all these questions later, but before understanding the answers to these questions, let us first prepare ourselves, let us first make ourselves confident, because the first look that the interviewer casts at you or gives at you may at times make you nervous. Now, when you have all these volley of questions, the first thing that you should do is first tell yourself that you can answer these questions well. I mean, most of the interviews are decided only in our brains, when we anticipate, only in our mind. Now, what is the best way? Patience. No, many people start thinking that when they go to the interview board, all of them will at the same time start asking questions, and it sometimes happens also. Before you have answered one question, the other question comes in and between. Now, what to do? What is the best way? The best way is to be patient. Now, how to be patient, and what can you do to be patient? The first is you have to be confident, and once you be confident means you are positive. I mean, let us not think that the sky is going to fall down or the earth will crumble, as I have been saying. Everything will be fine if you are positive. So guide yourself by being patient, and not only being positive but be aware. Be aware of the questions, what they are going to ask. Be tactful. When answering, you have to use your tact. When I say tact, I also mean the way you are going to answer a particular question, the way you are going to combine your sentences, the way you are going to respond. And then you also have to use your intuition. Intuition. I mean, if some question is asked, and all these things you can do before the interview, not at the time of interview. At the time of interview, you have to be patient and you have to answer the questions, so that you are totally confident and you are energetic. Fine. So all these, now you may at times wonder, how can you have all these things? Dear friends, there is nothing to worry. All these you can try beforehand. Moreover, as I said in one of my lectures on nervousness, that one has to control the nerves, because it is fear that at times discourages you. So have a sort of nerve control. You think that you can do and you will do. So control your nerves, and then please remain committed. Never from any of your gesture or posture show a sort of ennui, a sort of frustration. Because once again you have to remember that everything that goes within you just is written on your face. So you have to remain committed, you have to remain earnest, and then when you have all these and these are there within you, you simply have to wait and you have to think of how to respond. Now, in order to be confident, can we be only confident by displaying our knowledge? No. It is here that during the time of the interview, half of the battle is won by your non-verbal behavior. So you have to sell yourself non-verbally, being very positive, being very committed. I mean, when the question is asked, let the interviewer lead the conversation. I mean, sometimes it has been seen, because you are very much excited for your first job, you start answering the question before you have heard the entire question, and that may put you into trouble. So let the interviewer lead the conversation. It is advised not to answer before the question has been completed. And when you answer, it is not that you answer in such a manner that the other party has an impression that you know everything. It is always better to maintain a poise. It is always advisable to maintain a sort of composure, pause for some time and answer. There is no need to hurry, there is no need to speak very fast, there is no need to show them that you can speak faster than them. It is always better to create a balance. So when you speak, before speaking, please make a pause and then speak, and speak in such a manner that you are answering them, you are not imposing on them. Listen to the interviewer. We have already discussed in a lecture on listening how important it is to listen. You need to listen throughout, because unless and until you listen to the question, you will not be in the proper frame of mind to answer in the right way. Now, how to be positive? As I have said, we need to be positive, we need to be confident. You can always bolster your confidence, you can always increase your confidence level first by your appearance. What do we mean by appearance? It is the look. Is it the looks? No. It is not only the looks, rather the dress which you are wearing, the way you are sitting, the way emotions are spread on your face, the way you are showing the enthusiasm, and the way you have made certain preparations in order to make yourself pleasant, in order to make yourself better composed. So, bolster your confidence by your appearance, and not only by your appearance, because appearances may be deceptive at times, and this deception may always be detected by the people who are having numbers of years of experience, and they can detect the deception or the way you try to beguile them. Don't beguile them, rather present them as you are, but before presenting them you have to take extra care to see that your appearance is positive. Appearances can be deceptive, and as I often quote, a false face must have a false heart within. But at least try to maintain a sort of expression on your face that can reflect that you are positive. Then comes the vocal characteristics. I mean, when we talk about the vocal characteristics, you have to ensure that you neither speak too loud nor speak too fast. You create a balance between your speed, rate, pitch behavior, and the way you use your voice. So, your voice somehow or the other reveals the sort of training that you have, training over the years in your school and colleges, and training how to speak, how to respond. And then comes the mannerisms. Now, what do we mean by mannerisms? Sometimes it so happens that before you have answered one interviewer, there may be questions from the other interviewer. The way you look at them, the way you bend, the way you take a turn, sometimes you actually offend them. So, you need to maintain a sort of composure while reacting to, responding to. Actually, all of us should remember that it is our personality which matters. That is why in many places they call it a personality test. Fine? If you appear at several examinations, after your written tests, they also conduct a sort of personality test. And when it is a personality test, it is not only the asking of questions which border on the areas of your expertise, but there are also questions around psychology, about nervousness, but then the questions are posed in such a manner that the experts can detect your personality. Let us quote here what Carnegie says. Personality is one of the important attributes to succeed in your career. So, personality is very important, and about personality, let us actually remember the employment manager looks forward to watching a personality, and it is here that he gives an example. Carnegie gives an example and says, the employment manager of a large New York departmental store mentioned that he would rather hire a sales girl who had not finished grade school if she had a lovely smile than hire a PhD with a sober smile. Now, what is the essence? What is the meaning? The meaning is that employers are looking for a candidate who are better communicators, who actually have better personality traits than simply having a lot of degrees and qualifications. So, the time is that you also prepare beforehand in order to reflect that you possess a personality that can be counted for. How can we improve our personality? We can improve our personality not simply by our knowledge, but also by our appearances, as I said. And in terms of appearances, let us also discuss the first important increment, that is of dress. Now, what is dress and how should we choose our dress? It's very important. So, as we have been saying in many lectures previously that you need to understand the formality of the occasion. When somebody goes for an interview, he should ensure that his dress matches according to the occasion. If it is an interview, naturally you need not go for a dress that can pinch many other, a dress that is too gaudy, a dress that is too flamboyant, a dress that is too loose. Actually, you have to go to an interview with a dress that actually matches with the suitability of the occasion. And then comes the bearing. By bearing, I mean the sort of work you have done in order to ensure that your facial expression is better. Along with the dress are also the shoes. Along with the dress are also important your haircut, the hairstyle, then the facial expressions, and then also your enthusiasm level. When we talk about personality and when we talk about dress, we need to understand that it is your clothes that tell a lot about your background, and in the choice of your dress lies your own choice also. I mean, how you can differentiate between certain occasions. It is not important that your dress should be very expensive, but rather the dress should not only be simple, but dress should look like a sort of pleasantness should come from the dress. A sort of behavior should also reflect from the dress, because dress is simply an indicator. It is in this context that I remember Richard Bowles, who in his work, in his book entitled "What Color is My Parachute?" That is the name of the book, where he talks about what do you want in life, what sort of job do you want, and what is the place that you want, and through all these you are going to express a lot. Now here in this connection, it is very important the sort of dress that you have chosen. Then comes your hairstyle. I mean, nowadays as youngsters you will find there are a variety of styles people follow. They are actually imitating. All of them have got their models in terms of celebrities and all. But remember, when you go for the interview, all these new fashions and all, they are not important. What is important is the dignity of the occasion. So have a sort of hairstyle which does not appear unusual, because nowadays that is the trend. As youngsters, many of them actually follow the hairstyles of different celebrities. You should remember, so long as you have not become a celebrity, be your own self. And if you apply this, perhaps you will have a better hairstyle and a better style in other ways also. The facial expressions are also very important. So when it comes to facial expression, see to it that your face speaks. And because your face is a junction where all these emotions are there, the emotions of ennui, the emotions of anger, the emotions of frustration, the emotions of, say, pleasant feeling, all emotions are written. So please see that your face speaks. Then the way you enter. In the very first instance, when a candidate enters the interview room, he actually tells people who he is and where is he from. So the way you enter, the way you greet, the way you sit, the way you bend, the way you actually take glances, all these actually go a long way in describing your personality. So how you are sitting, whether you are reclining in your chair or you are prepared, you will show the preparedness by being a little bent towards the interviewers, and then when you turn back, you should turn in such a manner that does not appear to be unusual. Here you can have a look how it is important to have a face which can convey warmth and sincerity. Nowadays there are so many trends, but remember, you are going to an interview where apart from your knowledge, your personality will also count. So it is better not to be gaudy, not to be pompous, not to appear as if you have come for a show, but appear as if you have come for the right interview. Let there be no stubble on the face. You have already learnt a lot when we were discussing in a lecture entitled Communicating Without Words, where a lot of emphasis was there on the non-verbals. If you are so proud of hair, as I will say, please also possess a good comb. Let your hair be given proper care, and let us see that we do not maintain, especially as young boys, no? We do not have a long sideburn, because everything that you do, my dear friend, that has got a message. It is better to give a proper message. In terms of clothing, especially about men, they should decide that they will wear a shirt of a good quality, may not be very expensive, but then having a button down or a classic color preferred. See, even if the shirt is not expensive, it is properly washed, properly ironed. In terms of the selection of suits, see the color that you will decide. Don't wear the color that appears unusual. Nowadays so many colors are available, but it is always better if you prefer a navy blue color or a dark brown color or a grey color, a good quality blend of natural fibers that looks professional. Suits actually should be properly tailored, not the designer suits, but then whatever dress you prefer to wear should be fresh, and it should be properly washed and properly cleaned. If you feel that the need of occasion is also to wear ties, especially we have seen in technical institutes, we have got a uniform sort of dress, especially during campus placements. But then for other occasions, when you are going for an interview and that is on your own, see to it that you maintain a sort of decorum, not only in the choice of your dress, not only in the choice of your shirts and suits, but also in the choice of your ties. Let it be good quality blends. If you prefer stripes, let the stripes be conservative, that complement your suit, and the tip of the tie should end near the center of the belt. These are actually some of the mannerisms that you need to learn, and that you need to learn beforehand. For that there is no schooling, my dear friends. You have to go an extra mile to learn all these things, because the first task in an interview is to make yourself look presentable, which is very important. When it comes to shoes, again, you know, we are living in a world where there are variety of choices, but then if people are allowed to go according to their choices, the world will become a very difficult place, and especially during interviews you will find people going for different styles, and at times they may appear to be very unusual. So it is important that when you go for the selection of shoes, most of the time it is always better that you should go for a pair of shoes which has a black color, and better if polished, because polished shoes appear better. Not to go for designer shoes, not to go for shoes which have got pointed shapes and all, and it is better if the shoes color is black or brown. In terms of deciding the socks, let it be dark socks. I mean, fashion cannot work here in an interview. That is why you have to be very particular about what sort of shoes you are going to choose. Then comes facial hair. I mean, many people may have a passion for beards. There is no denying the fact that you can have it, but if it is there, you should also take extra care to make it appear pleasant, not that they are they give some amount of indication about your carelessness and all. Normally no beard is preferred, even mustache also at times, because when it comes to having mustaches, many people may have different notions, but even if you have it, let it appear to be having a sort of decorum. If you have a beard, if you have some hair on your face and you want to have it, let it be seen that they are properly trimmed. Even many people also suggest, and I too suggest, that especially the youngsters who do not take extra care to trim their nails and all, so they should appear to provide or to give a sense that they believe in a sort of cleanliness, and they also need to get their nails trimmed. There is actually a fashion among many of us to wear jewelry. I mean, it is always better, because when you are wearing jewelry, you are more bothered about the jewelry than about your interview. So why do you waste your valuable time on thinking about this sort of jewelry? It is better to have no jewelry at all, but especially if you feel you can have something light, no chains, no bands, fine, no necklaces, otherwise they will become a sort of burden for you. Even experts say it is better if people do not have rings, but in our country many people feel that they should wear rings, but let it be kept to the minimum. Nowadays, if you have a look at the fashion trends, you will also find that among youngsters there has been also a craze. They follow cinemas, movies, and they start wearing sometimes earrings and all. That is also a complete no, so that should also be avoided. Now here is a sample, you can see here is a sample of how a representative, how you are supposed to, especially for the experienced ones, or for those who are going for entry level jobs, they can also have the same sort of, they can follow depending upon the choice of their colors. It should be black or blue, not red, not red. So a two-piece suit in a navy or another dark color, a tie which has got a simple pattern, a button down dress, have a proper haircut. Short hair, all beige fares better, so let us have short hair, especially when we go for interviews. And moreover, if you feel that you need to carry a small say briefcase or whatsoever, especially for papers, you can have that depending upon the situation, depending upon the exigency of the situation. And then sometimes people unnecessarily invite trouble by putting a lot of cologne or a fragrance. Sometimes that may irk many of us, so it is better to minimize the use of colognes. And you can, if you feel the need of it, you can have a portfolio case or a light briefcase as the need be. Especially when we talk about the clothes and all for women, they should also dress according to the occasion, and they should also maintain the sort of dignity especially meant for say interviews. When it comes to the choice of their dress and all, let us have a conservative business suit or a dress of a natural woven blend fabric in a soft color, which can in a way be in tune with the skin and the hair color. It is always better if you can wear a full dress. Now remember that interview is a sort of formal occasion, and in terms of deciding the shoes, once again they should also go for sensible shoes which are having polished palms, not too much of a heel, because that may at times make you uncomfortable also. The message is that when you go for an interview, say to it that you appear at ease, you appear at your usual self. a usual self is better than a purchased self where you try to bring all sorts of ostentations that may lead ultimately to failure. So when we talk about at times it has also been felt and realized that women need to carry some purse. If it is so, please decide, do not have a very long sort of purse, let us have a very small one. In terms of deciding for the color of the nail polish and all, you should ensure that this is also kept to the minimum, and it should not give a sort of impression that you are simply trying to display. And then when it comes again to the jewelry, let us try to be as simple as you can use. Let us make the minimal use of jewelry. One set of earrings especially for women will do, and no more than one ring on each hand. Now when it comes after dress, it is always better to think about the voice, because it is your voice through which you will respond, and voice is actually a vehicle of your expression. So when you are going to express, say to it that you are audible, your voice is clear, it is distinct, and every word that you speak is audible to the people who are interviewing you. You can always show your confidence even through your voice, and not being too fast nor too slow. And in terms of intonation, there can be a lot of debate about that. But you know, when it comes to pronunciation and all, it is better to follow a sort of standard one which can be understood. You need not follow the sort of accentual patterns which is allowed in some other countries, but especially when you are going for a job, see to it that whatever words you speak, they are actually articulated clearly and they are also understood clearly by other people. You have to prove, you have actually to exhibit your confidence, and that you can do by having a proper voice. Then comes the non-verbal cues and the vocal characteristics, which we have already discussed in our lecture on non-verbal communication or communicating without words. But see to it that when you speak, you are going to situate both silence and pauses. Sometimes you will find that when you answer to a particular question, there is a pause that may make you irk, that may actually irritate you. But remember, they are actually observing. These people, they also want to take you. It is not that they are simply sitting there just to eliminate you. So be positive and make use of your non-verbal cues and your silence and pauses. That will matter a lot. Here you can see this comic strip, and that will work. If you have a look at all the slides, that will be very beneficial for you. And then when we come to displaying our mannerisms, which is very important, what actually we talk about the mannerisms. These manners are when something is asked, you answer, but sometimes you will find the interviewers, they will try to, because they are going to judge you, they are going to examine you, so they try to rotate the question or make this question so circumlocutus that you may feel like being puzzled. But then at that time also you have to maintain your politeness. You are actually to be flexible. If they say something, you are to respond to and answer in a manner that you show your tact. Every word that you speak or every word that they throw, they have got some sort of indication, some sort of meaning. Your task is to convincingly present your views with a lot of enthusiasm and confidence, which is going to work wonders in the days to come. If you take all these things into consideration, my dear friend, I think time has come that you are not only going to be considered, but you will stand a fair chance as compared to others. You will find that when in the next lecture we will be talking about how you should respond to the questions and how when difficult questions are asked. Please see that patience is the key to all preparations, and if you prepare well, you are going to do well. Nothing in the world can stop you from getting a job, provided you have displayed your educational qualification and you have justified that you are the prospective employee and which they are going to look for, which they are actually looking forward to recruiting you. And how is that possible? That is only possible when with utmost sincerity and with utmost care you are going to prove that you are the person being looked for. Jobs are in plenty and so you stand a chance, but you have to create a sort of balance between the expectations of the recruiters and your own confidence, qualification, commitment and enthusiasm level. Dear friends, let's see that the interview which you appear at, even if you fail, it also has a meaning. Every interview, you should never think that if you do not have a chance in this interview or you are not going to succeed, the door is not closed. The world is a bigger platform and there are opportunities which are waiting in store for you. Let's try to be positive and see how we can fare well. You can fare well only when you can dare well. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.